All right, welcome Math 257, and we're in Module 7 now, which means you have finished your probability and statistics and you are taking your assessment this week. So in regards to the assessment, that means that we're still moving on with material, but it'll be lighter this week and you only have one class. So the class period will be on Tuesday, and it will be an introduction to our new section, which will remain the rest of the semester, called Introduction to Geometry. So let's look at what it's rated. It's rated a yellow. However, it's probably a yellowish green, so closer to the easier end of the spectrum, depending on your experience and memory of vocabulary and set theory. So it's not the proof geometry from your high school. It is K8 geometry, which will focus on points, lines, planes, and shapes, as well as area, surface area, and volume. So that's what you need to look into for attending class this week, which I think is a good idea just to make sure you know where you stand. So we will be talking about Van Heel's theory of geometry thought, and you can see how it grows throughout elementary school and how teachers help students lay that foundational understanding. Then we'll be looking at attribute blocks. There's a great online manipulative, but if you come to class, we'll be working with it in class, and we'll be talking about attributes, mathematical and non-mathematical attributes, and then we'll talk about making some playing a guessing game. Super fun. Kids love to do this in class, and they can make up their own. And then we're also going to be talking about attribute trains and what an attribute train is. Again, if you come to class, we're going to be reviewing some set theory and what that means, and Venn diagrams, just to make sure you understand that when we're trying to compare and contrast attributes. Then we'll get into some of the vocabulary that we were talking about. So what are points, lines, and planes? How do we denote them accurately with notation? What do they mean? How can we label them? And then we're going to talk about angles. And what's the definition of an angle? There's actually 3 definitions of an angle, so it's important that we look at all 3 of these and we understand where they came from and why they're helpful. So that's what we're going to be doing in class. You'll be completing your assignments before you leave, so if you want to mark that off your list, that would be great. And then you'll be focused on your oral exam and your Canvas portion of the midterm. As always, go through the assignments on Canvas, make sure you're following due dates, and then do that exit ticket just as a quick check-in. All right, thanks for watching. You're almost halfway there.